Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode of The Golf Nerd. I'm including this product in my training aid review series, although I wouldn't call it a training aid precisely. The reason I say this is because the product is the first truly affordable 3D motion capture system intended for home use. The data this device provides is incredibly accurate, and the best part is it's very simple to use. So in today's video, I'll do a deep dive into the HackMotion wrist sensor and talk specifically about how it can be used to measure, analyze, and improve your putting stroke and performance. Stick around till the end of the video, and I'll share with you how you can get a discount on your purchase if you're considering the HackMotion sensor. If you aren't familiar with the HackMotion sensor, it resembles a watch with an additional sensor that attaches to your lead hand. First, you attach the main component to your lead wrist just like putting on a watch. Then you attach the sensor to your lead hand in one of two ways. The first, and my preferred method, is through the use of an elastic strap that holds the sensor in position on the back of your lead hand. An optional clip can be used to secure the sensor to the Velcro fastener on your golf glove. Either method works, but I'm more comfortable with the elastic strap and find it stays in place slightly better than the Velcro attachment method. Certainly for putting, I think most golfers would prefer the elastic band option in place of wearing a glove while putting. Once the HackMotion is in place, you turn it on and connect it to the HackMotion app on your mobile device using Bluetooth. HackMotion supports both Android and iOS, although I've only tested the iOS connectivity. The sensor connects almost immediately, and over the last month of product testing, I've had a fast and stable connection. Once inside the app, you can choose full swing or putting. For the purposes of this review, I'm going to select putting. However, before you can dive in and start training, you have to calibrate the device. HackMotion has made this process really simple and fast, which is fantastic, as most golfers don't want to become an electrical engineer just to use a product. The process is completed in 3 steps. First, open the calibration process. Then extend your arm and hand and point your fingers straight out. Once you're in position, press the calibrate button. Next, while keeping your arm extended, bend your wrist such that your fingers are pointing vertically, and push the calibrate button once more. And that's it. You're done and can begin training. It literally only takes seconds to complete and has been very reliable. In the Putting Stability app, you can track the results of all strokes in terms of your lead wrist flexion and extension, and also your lead wrist radial and ulnar deviation. If you aren't familiar with these biomechanical terms, consider lead wrist flexion as bowing and lead wrist extension as cupping. In the same way, radial deviation is upcocking of the wrist, and ulnar deviation is downcocking of the wrist. The app provides a target of ±2 degrees from setup for each of these measurements throughout the top of your putting stroke arc and at impact. These are suggested as recommended ranges. After you perform a putting stroke, the app instantaneously presents you with the result of that stroke. This is one of the best parts of the HackMotion. The results are immediate and easily understood. Green is in range. Gray is slightly out of range. And then as you move further away from target, the colors go from orange to red. Everything about the product has been designed with the end user experience prioritized, which often can't be said for many golfing technology products. Finally, every shot is recorded and stored in the HackMotion cloud. Hit 50 putts and you can quickly scroll through your results and see how you fared over time. Since every training session is stored in the cloud, you can also compare how your results are evolving over time. This is really cool and once again prioritizes the user experience. Just like other devices we use to improve our technique, there is a learning curve to using the HackMotion for putting improvement. The device will measure and present to you the results, but it's up to you to put in the work and determine how to best improve your results and consistency. Now, there are tutorials that HackMotion have included, which are essentially training videos describing how to improve your technique so you can achieve better results. Having said this, I've seen these instructional videos for full swing work, but I've not seen them for putting technique. I personally think the challenge of improving a result and going through the process of determining how to improve that result is the fun part of getting better. But unlike trying to improve putting on a practice green through trial and error, the HackMotion is presenting you hard data. The product delivers on the promise. It eliminates the guesswork and allows you to make real improvement. But again, this improvement is going to require use of the HackMotion device and a period of self-exploration to determine how to best improve that result. In my case, I established a baseline performance level using the Stack System's new putting feature that allows you to play 18 holes on a practice green of varying lengths and breaks. At the end of this process, stack putting gives you strokes gained performance versus an average PGA Tour player. I performed this baseline testing 3 weeks ago, and have used the HackMotion once per week since this time to fine-tune my putting technique. During these training sessions, I focused on getting the most repeatable impact result at first. I then worked on my ability to hit my line and speed while using the lessons I was learning from HackMotion. When I first performed my baseline testing on my home course practice green, my final strokes gained was a loss of 9.48. In other words, I was losing 9.5 strokes to the average PGA Tour player. Not great, but I know putting is an area where I need to improve. After 3 weeks and really challenging my comfort zones, I repeated the test. To be clear, stack putting allows you to isolate just one variable, so I performed the exact same 18 holes worth of putts as I had prior to using HackMotion. The only variable I was intentionally changing was my technique based on my HackMotion driven technique changes. The changes included moving from left hand low to right hand low, allowing my trail shoulder and trail hand to pass through the stroke at the same time, and utilizing a slightly open stance. Through my work with HackMotion, I found all 3 of these changes to provide me the most consistent wrist measurements and the best results in terms of start line and final proximity to the hole. So 3 weeks ago, my result was losing 9.5 strokes to a PGA Touring Pro. My result after working with HackMotion and making these associated changes was an improvement of 4 strokes. I was still losing out to the average PGA Tour Pro, but now I was only losing 5.5 strokes to the Tour Pro, where before I was losing 9.5 strokes to the Tour Pro. Picking up 4 strokes in 3 weeks is a really impressive result, and I'm thrilled that continued work with the HackMotion sensor can improve that result even further. So the device is user-friendly, accurate, well-designed, and the app works really well and allows you to chart your progress over time. My only concern with the device is the cost. It's a significant investment. But on the other hand, how much have you spent on new putters or lessons? When you think of it in these terms and compare it to other 3D motion capture systems which cost thousands of dollars, you could start to see the value that HackMotion is bringing to the average golfer. The cost of the device is $495, or roughly the cost of a new Scotty Cameron putter. HackMotion has provided me a discount code which you can find in the description, which will reduce the cost of your purchase. But to make it worth the investment, you'll need to commit to working with the device to get better. Given my testing improvement over 3 weeks, I can't help but think it's worth the investment, especially when you consider that this sensor is also going to help you with your full swing. I don't know about you, but I've paid significant amounts for lessons in the past and have been disappointed in the outcome. But with the HackMotion, it's a device that you can own and help you to continue to get better over time as long as you're willing to work at it. The end result is, I think they've produced a really great, user-friendly product that delivers on the marketing. It's accurate, robust, and easy to use. There aren't many products that deliver on all these promises, but the HackMotion does. If you haven't already subscribed, you'll want to consider doing so because my full swing HackMotion sensor review will be coming out shortly. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button as it helps me get my videos out to more golfers. Well, that's it from the Golf Nerd. Hit 'em long and straight, and I'll see you next time.